Zizem. Today is the day I'm giving away tickets, yes, to the Ed Sheeran concert this Friday. Watch for your cue to enter to win. I know a lot of you will. Plus, it's time to have the talk with your kid. No, not that talk, no. It's how to start the conversation about back-to-school anxiety. And there might be a new train on the track soon. I get the scoop on the Cocoa train. All aboard! Colorado and Company starts right now.
Portions of Colorado and Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Colorado and Company. All right, as we all get outside and enjoy everything Colorado has to offer this summer, two things are a constant: sunscreen and reliable tech, which we need. So here to help us with the latter is Liz Gilardi. Hi, Liz.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm very happy. She's a Verizon tech expert. Whoa. Good title.
Yeah.
Really good.
Fancy title.
Yeah, I like it. So Liz, this is going to be the summer to be making all these memories, right? Very exciting. What do you have that can kind of capture all those? Because that gets a little bit frustrating when you don't have room or whatever. What do you have?
Well, you know, you want the latest 5G device if you're heading outside, you know, you're hiking. I mean, Colorado has so many beautiful places.
It is a pretty place.
It's a pretty place.
A pretty place.
I mean, maybe we're biased, but the latest Samsung Galaxy, so this is the S25, but the S26 just came out.
Oh.
This is what you're gonna want to capture all of those photos. Two of the features I really like are nightography. So it's gonna take those like dark sky photos, the stars.
Fireworks are gonna be perfect.
Fireworks, drone shows this year
Yes.
too because of the fire restrictions. And then also you can edit those photos with Galaxy AI as well.
Oh, AI's on there.
AI is built in, it's on there. So say you take a picture, you're maybe at a 4th of July event and you're with the family, there's somebody in the background, just erase them.
Get them out of there.
Crop them out.
Or like an X, get them out of there. You don't need that. Amazing.
That too.
Amazing. All right, what else do you have?
Yeah, so we actually have the, this is the Galaxy Watch 8.
Oh, cute.
Right? I
Yes.
love how it looks and the white band,
It's very
the white
cute for
face.
summer.
This is water resistant. And so if you're outside on one of maybe our reservoirs, you're fly fishing. I was fly fishing this weekend.
Okay.
This is a great watch to have because it's water resistant. You can also download those maps. So again,
Smart.
if you're hiking or you know you're somewhere that's off the grid, you can have the map downloaded right on your watch.
I
as
went
well.
hiking with a friend, which is hard for me, and she had that watch, and she was able to tell us where to go.
Isn't that so convenient?
I was like, thank God. Okay, we're hitting that part in summer break where the kiddos are getting like a little bit bored. You know what I mean? Any advice for bored kids?
Yes. So we have a tablet, especially if they're wanting to do either watch like a movie or something, or maybe they're doing some, you know, summer school work as well. So this is the TCL tab, which is really great. And then we also have, check out on our website, the Verizon Family Tech Agreement. That is a downloadable contract that you can fill out with your child around healthy tech habits over the summer. So smart, so important as well. And then if, you know, we're gonna have these backyard barbecues, picnics. You're just outside and you wanna bring that music with you. I really like this JBL speaker because it has a little clip on it.
Oh,
so you can
smart.
clip that to a backpack, a golf bag, you name it, and take that music with you.
I could listen to Taylor Swift on my hike.
Yeah.
I have terrible taste in music. I really do. All right, anything else you can share that's gonna help us with the best summer ever?
Absolutely. So, you know, we want to make sure that your summer is brighter and better than ever. And that's why we just launched our new loyalty program with Verizon. And so this has a couple of different components. It's easy to sign up to. You can just sign up through our app. So if you have the Verizon app, which you should to manage your bill and your account, you just sign up through there and you'll get a couple of different things with that. So it ends activation and upgrade fees on your device. So that's a savings of $40 per device.
That's huge right now.
That's huge
for
right
affordability.
now.
That's huge.
And then you also get something called Verizon Dollars, which is 3% back on your mobile and home plans every month. Oh, wow. And then you can spend that how you want. So we have different partners, Marriott, Starbucks, Sephora, and if you spend with those partners, you get 5 times points.
Sephora?
As well.
You said Sephora?
I did say Sephora. I know. I had to get that one in there. And then also with the loyalty program, in addition to the dollars, in addition to the waived activation and upgrades fees, we also have something called Verizon Shine, which we're making Mondays even better because every Monday you can sign up and try and get these once in a lifetime experiences.
Oh my
and there's
God.
some pretty incredible, as you can see, pretty incredible experiences on there as well.
God. Amazon and Ulta too.
Exactly. And then we also are doing daily drops as well. So you can get free coffee one day. We've given out free pizzas.
Oh my gosh.
In addition to these great experiences like FIFA World Cup tickets.
Hello.
And exclusive FIFA merchandise.
Olay, olay, olay. I do think that will make you go on the app every day to see what daily drop there is.
You'll want to check out what the one is today.
That's so smart. Free coffee is even good. All right, is there any other way that people can save money? I just know that people are like, eggs are $1 million. You know what I mean? Like gas is $10 million. What can we do?
Yeah, so we also just launched our new Simplicity plan. That's $45 per line, but right now we have an intro offer of $30 per line.
Wow.
So it's a great time to make the switch and save.
I'm paying like double right now on that.
Well,
No, I mean on my other, but it's $30 a month.
Yeah, $30 a month right now. Intro offer.
And what's it called? The Shine?
Verizon Simplicity.
Oh, Simplicity.
And Shine is the new loyalty program.
Okay, so Shine and Simplicity. You guys are killing it. Verizon. High five. Nice job. All right, thank you so much, Liz. To learn more about these deals and devices, all you have to do is head to verizon.com/deals. Couldn't be easier. And they sponsored today's segment. Well, you know him from This Is Us, but you've never seen Milo Ventimiglia quite like this. Tomorrow, we talk with him all about Netflix's newest mystery, I Will Find You, which, by the way, y'all, I am currently watching, and it's so good. So good. Well, summer brings pools, we have pickleball, and we have playing outside. And that means wearing like sporty, skin-showing outfits, which is kind of hard. So why not boost your self-image and your confidence with these non-surgical, no downtime treatments at Aria Integrative Health? Here's my chat with owner, Nick DeVerdick. Okay, let's get real. Summer is hard. Summer inches are difficult. You say you can lose some in just 30 days and do it healthy. How do you do this?
Well, every body is a little bit different in terms of what they have going on. So Aria, we've been around over 15 years. We've treated 17,000 plus patients. We're a functional integrative regenerative medicine clinic, first and foremost. We actually want to get to the root cause of so many of our different patients' issues and ailments. We really get to that and solve it. But a lot of that is correcting insulin resistance. If you've plateaued on Ozempic or Wegovy or whatever, it could be mitochondria. You can have all these different things where we can work with some NAD or turn on mitochondria to get you through that slump. But depending on what the patient has, utilization of technology can really show us those permanent, true body contouring results that we've never been able to do before. And when you combine it all together with bioidentical hormones and recorrecting the metabolism of a patient, I absolutely love what we do because people just feel so much more comfortable. They get their energy back and they're just zest for life.
Yeah, their confidence and dignity back. I do think it's cool that you mix the medical with the technology because that's kind of where we should be in 2026. You know what I mean?
Without question, we've been doing this for 15 years, mixing the medical with the technology, but that's how this should all be. Technology by itself can be missing a piece of it, and just jumping on peptides is not the only solution. It's really taking a picture of where the patient is at, solving those problems so we can really get the scale moving in the right direction. When I say scale, I mean changing your body composition.
Yeah, not just the numbers.
Exactly. The number on the scale can lie to you all day long in terms of health. We actually care about body composition, building muscle and losing fat, and we fully track our patient's health.
That's when I look at the scale and I go, liar, you're a liar, I could tell. All right, let's talk about a lot of people's insecurity, the midsection, okay? This isn't not just for ladies, this goes for the dudes as well. What do you have that can help like specifically target? Because I'll go to the gym and yoga and I feel like it doesn't go away.
Yeah, it's the trickiest part for so many patients, especially perimenopausal and postmenopausal women when they get that pouch, right?
Yeah,
or the pooch, right? Yeah, which you've talked about before, where we can target that and permanently destroy that soft, squishy fat with sculpture. Or if it's a male or a woman as well, when you have that distension, a lot of
beer belly look.
Yeah, that's visceral fat. We have the only option in the world that can permanently destroy visceral fat in M-Sculpt Neo. Now, we want to make sure we're taking a look at the whole picture of what's going on with these patients, because we can build muscle, we can permanently destroy fat, we can completely reset their metabolism, turn their whole body on. But the utilization of technology is when we can take somebody and truly contour their body, where we're permanently destroying these fat pockets, so you don't have to worry about it again. I mean, this before and after that you're seeing right here, I mean, we changed her entire body, and that was skin tightening. We treated her love handles. We treated her saddlebags, inner thighs. I mean, we changed her entire body. And this is all permanent results.
Unbelievable. Feels like you're mixing the sorcery all together. It's perfect.
It's there isn't just one. There isn't one solution that works for everybody.
Which many people are doing.
Exactly.
Yes,
well,
yes.
For what we've built, it's very difficult for places to do. So we have it all under one roof.
And it's a lovely roof.
Oh, thanks.
It is. It's a really nice place to be. Like I feel like
I
there's
appreciate
tea, there's water, everyone's kind. It's a very good place. Okay, talk to me about sculpture. It's not like sculpture, art, sculpture. It's sculpture.
Yes.
What is it?
We're truly able to sculpt a person's body.
Yeah.
So this is the first and only FDA-approved laser causing lipolysis. So lipolysis meaning permanent fat cell death.
Oh.
So we're able to utilize heat with a 1060 nanometer wavelength laser, not that anybody cares. But
That's what this is.
That's what this is.
Okay.
So this is the safest option on the market where we're not damaging any other tissue besides your fat cells. We're killing more fat per treatment with this than any other option on the market. But the most important thing that I want everybody to understand, and this picture is great for it, is we put the lasers directly against the surface of the skin so the heat spreads.
Okay.
So you never have to be worried about any uneven results. It's called a shark bite or shelving.
Or
that
the
can
lumpy
happen.
lumpy. I call it
that
the
can
lumpy
happen with
lumpy.
cool sculpting and cryo. Heat is the way to go, and we've done more treatments with that machine than any other clinic in the entire world. We teach internationally, all of that, but sculpture is an amazing, amazing piece to solving what you're really trying to get after,
It's like,
which is confidence in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi taking a lightsaber.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. So let's say someone's interested in weight loss. They have the shots idea in their head.
Yeah.
Do you offer that as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So if, let's say somebody comes in and they have a A1C of 6.3, right?
Right. They're in diabetes.
You are insulin resistant.
Yeah.
By the way, type 2 diabetes is a completely made up disease. It's just how insulin resistant you are.
I see.
If you are insulin resistant, you're saying, oh, you know, you're borderline. No, you're insulin resistant. We need to correct that. We need to turn on insulin sensitivity. That is one of the absolute most crucial pieces for longevity and your overall health. You just happen to be able to lose substantial weight and change your body composition at the time. So whether it be the Ozempics of the world or the Mounjaros of the world or whatever correction is going to be appropriate for you, we also have holistic natural options depending on what you want.
Right.
But yes, we hold your hand so we can actually correct that hemoglobin A1C, get it down to healthy levels, and then your whole body heals while we're losing the weight.
Unbelievable. It's like Hootie and the Blowfish. Hold my hand. No one? Okay. Let's say I want to get started. How do we get started?
The best thing to do is we're doing complimentary initial consultations. You're actually going to sit down with me.
Free consultation, y'all, with Nick.
But we're really peeling apart. Okay, what are you trying to accomplish? How long has this been going on for? And really start to solve it because people are complex.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we're putting the right solution and the plan in for each patient. Because if you're going through perimenopause, let's solve a lot of those problems. Let's get bioidentical hormones. Let's optimize your body. Let's correct your insulin sensitivity. Let's utilize technology where we can permanently destroy these fat cells while we're losing the 30, 40 pounds, while we're actually seeing an increase in muscle.
And you're feeling better.
And you're feeling better because most places across the country, on average right now, 50% of the weight that's being lost is muscle. And that is a major, major problem.
Yeah.
That does not happen at ARIA because we care.
Unbelievable. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi again. Amazing. All right, call Nick, y'all, and his team at ARIA Integrative Health and ask about supervised medical weight loss. That's the holding your hand part, and ways to maintain that goal weight without losing your muscle, your tone. You can tighten and you can reduce. So call now for a free consultation. The number's 303-953-2899. You can also see more online at ariaintegrativehealth.com. Nick's the best.
Thanks.
Thank you. They sponsor today's segment. It's 4th of July week, but what happens to all that food in the fridge that's gonna go bad? Well, still ahead, we're chatting with a local nonprofit to level up those leftovers. It's so smart. Stay tuned for that. Dairy Block is Denver's place to discover Colorado-made craft beverages. It's also like the coolest block.
Thank you.
It really is. Now, Blanchard Family Wines is bringing them all together for what is called the Colorado Craft Walk on July 12th. And joining us today is James Blanchard, oh wow, co-owner of Blanchard Family Wines, as well as Melissa Holden. She is the general manager at Colorado Sake Company. Am I saying sake right?
Yep.
Okay, sake. Okay, good. They are here to give us a little preview. Hello, both of you.
Thank you. Hello.
We're very excited. So James, before we get started, the Colorado Craft Walk is all about Colorado-made craft beverages. We're not talking like craft, I cross-stitch.
I know, exactly.
So we're not doing that.
I agree. Craft beverages.
Nice.
Just celebrating the Colorado craft beverage scene here in this wonderful state.
Fantastic, this sounds good. For someone who's never been, what makes this different from like your typical wine tasting?
You know, it is festival season here in Colorado. The weather's great. There's mountain festivals going on all over. But the Colorado Craft Walk and Colorado Wine Walk is unique. It's right in downtown Denver.
Smart.
We're very focused. It's all owners and makers that come to this event and pour their beverages for the consumer.
And is it like mixed stuff, or is it, you know, like, do you guys make cocktails?
We're not going to be serving cocktails, but we're going to have both breweries, wineries, and distilleries pouring all of their sample products. Now, some of them, like this hard seltzer, are going to be kind of a pre-batched item there.
Nice.
But
I like
all
the
kinds
wine.
of great samples.
I'm a wine person. Okay, can you walk through some of these?
Yeah, so we're going to have, again, wine, beer, and spirits, just some of what we're showing. Blanchard Family Wines, of course, our stuff. Some great distilleries, Laws and Breckenridge. We've got Kokopelli in West Bend and Down. And, of course, we're going to feature today Colorado Sake Company.
I love this. This looks so cool, too, to hold. I love that. Okay, Melissa, I think a lot of people have heard of sake, but actually not a lot of people know what it is, including kind of myself. I just know I like it. All right, what is it?
Sake is just rice. It is brewed like a beer, but drank like a wine.
Very well said.
So, yeah, it has a similar alcohol content to wine, to 16 to 18% alcohol. And we have our hard seltzers, which we have lowered in alcohol to 6% there.
Nice.
But yeah, it's not rice wine. Wine's made from fruits, and that's a mistake that a lot of people make.
It's not rice wine, guys.
It's not rice
It's just
wine.
rice.
It's a category by itself, basically.
I did not know that. Do you like hot or cold?
It's actually more premium sake is best enjoyed chilled.
Oh, got it.
But a lot of people's experience have only been with hot sake.
Okay, but chill's like the right way to go.
You can have, we have warm sake that we serve at the tap room.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
It's up to you. Okay.
It's up to you.
James, I hear there's gonna be some like local music and food as well. Who do we have on deck playing?
Guys, we make this a whole party, right? So we're not just sampling all the alcohol here. We're going to have Something Vinyl, which is a great DJ company.
Nice.
So they're going to be spinning the tunes. And then Adobo, which is a great restaurant here in Denver.
I know that.
Yep, they're fantastic. So
They have good specials.
they do. They're going to be coming out and doing the food for all the event as well.
That sounds delicious with the wine and the beer and adobo. That sounds great. All right, Melissa, Denver and Colorado really has been a center for craft beer. We have spirits, wine, and now sake. What makes this such like a special place for all these makers?
Primarily the water.
Oh, really?
And specifically for us, the altitude. We're the highest sake brewery in the world. So the altitude helps with the pressure in the tank. And but yeah, we have great water here.
I did not know that. It's like Coors, you know, like comes down from the mountain. How do you make sake just with the rice? You brew it?
It's brewed like a beer, yes.
Okay.
Just rice, water, yeast, and koji.
Amazing. Are you guys making you're the only ones ever making hard seltzer sake? Is that true?
No, we were the first.
Oh, nice.
We were the first to make a sake seltzer. There are other companies now that are making sake seltzers, but we were the first.
You were the first. You were the OG.
Yes.
Favorite flavor? Do you have one?
The yuzu ginger by far is my favorite.
Yum.
I had one before I arrived today.
Why didn't you give me one?
I know.
All right, James, I do want to ask, some people are like really interested, and Dairy Block can get crowded.
You can.
Well, do we need reservations? Do we need tickets?
Highly recommend you get those tickets in advance. We will
Okay.
probably be doing day of sales, but the wine walks always sell it in advance, and people show up disappointed to the door.
Yeah,
so,
right?
Recommend going to Colorado Craft Walk or ColoradoWineWalk.com and getting your tickets in advance.
And get the tickets in advance. And just so I know, like you're just walking and getting wine and stuff?
You know, you call it a walk, but
Yeah.
you really only have to walk a couple hundred
Yeah, it's
feet
not
up and down
long,
the alleyway.
right.
No, it's
So
not
you
going to be
can get
strenuous.
tipsy.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
you're
won't
not
be
on a
strenuous.
hike.
You were in the Dairy Block alleyway.
It's not a 14er.
No.
Okay, that's real. I can't do those. This looks and sounds so much fun. If y'all want to attend Colorado's Craft Walk, it's on July 12th. And again, it's at the Dairy Block. You can get tickets, like James said, online by going to ColoradoWineWalk.com and also ColoradoCraftWalk.com. So go to both, get your tickets. Don't be the one who's like, oh, I can't make it. Please also drink responsibly. Welcome back. It's 4th of July week, and that means it's time to fire up the old barbecue. But what happens, honestly, to all those leftovers after the celebration is over? And y'all know there are so many. So this is a brilliant concept. We are joined now by Julia and Lauren with a local nonprofit. It's called We Don't Waste. I'm so into this. Hi, guys.
Hi. Thanks so much for having us.
I'm thrilled, seriously, to have you. It's such a brilliant idea. Julia, before we start, what is We Don't Waste, and what do you do?
Yeah, so
we don't waste.
We don't waste. We don't waste food specifically. So We Don't Waste is a Denver-based food recovery nonprofit, and our vision is that food goes to people, not landfills, and is accessible to everyone.
Amen.
Yeah, we do that through refrigerated trucks. We pick up surplus food from all around the city throughout the food system, and then distribute that food to people and to nonprofits that feed people.
So you're basically an angel.
We do our best.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, because there's so much waste. I mean, there's so much waste, and the food is so expensive. I keep saying that on the show. Julia, talk to me a little bit about food waste, because how much of our food actually ends up in the landfills?
Yeah,
is that like a lot? About
40% of our food gets wasted. Globally, between like 30 and 50, almost half of our food that's meant for people gets wasted. So it's bad for our people, bad for our planet, and unfortunately, a lot of that food waste actually comes from our homes.
Really?
So at We Don't Waste, our education team, me and Lauren, we try to teach people in their homes what they can do to reduce their food waste, save some money, and save all those resources that went into making that food.
I would feel so much less guilty than just dumping it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is excellent, guys. Keep paying attention. Lauren, you guys are going to show us what we can do with 4th of July BBQ leftovers. This is exciting. What are you going to do?
Yeah. So first I'll kind of show you what we've got over here. So you can pickle watermelon rinds. I don't know, a lot of people don't think that you can eat watermelon rinds, but you totally can.
Oh, really?
So we've got the recipe, I think right over here. I do like a 3-2-1 ratio, 3 cups of water, 2 cups of vinegar, 1 cup of sugar,
That's
and whatever seasonings you want.
Okay.
Yep. And then I take it a step further.
Of course you do.
And after a week of pickling, I throw it in a crock pot with some barbecue sauce and make like almost like a pork belly, but a vegan version.
What? With the rinds?
It's so good.
Yes,
Is
with
it?
the rinds.
Okay, so we're going to try this, y'all.
Yeah.
This is so, I've never even thought about that.
We've got some slaw I can add.
Can I be honest? I love slaw. I love me
too.
some slaw.
Lauren's slaw's really good too.
So the watermelon rind is edible? I had no idea.
Yeah, this is all watermelon rind right here.
And and the barbecue sauce is going to taste just like meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
So it may not look super pretty,
This is
but
so
I
smart.
swear it's good.
And you easily just throw out the rinds. It's gotta
almost
be like,
always.
right?
Yeah, and such an easy way. I mean, you paid for that watermelon, and it's half of the watermelon.
There's so many like skins and ends and peels that get wasted that are edible. So Lauren does a great job.
This is phenomenal. It tastes like pork belly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going in.
So a great way to, make sure that you're not getting rid of that stuff and using it up. And then also we have a recipe on our website using like a strawberry tops to make a salsa.
Like the green part?
Yeah, so you can use the whole part of a strawberry and you can make a salsa with it. And when you're barbecuing, there's a lot of fruit going around, so you don't have to use the strawberry. You could use watermelon as your fruit in a salsa, or peaches, or anything else.
And you make a fruit salsa, basically.
Yeah.
Golly! Oh, I sound like I'm so... That is such a smart... This is so good.
Yeah.
I would honestly not know. That's the best part about this. Okay, Julia, say someone's watching. They're actually like, Coloradans are good. They compost, they do that.
Yeah.
What else can they do to step it up? If they're like, I really like this program, what do I do?
Sure. Yeah, I think
I'm gonna
Lauren,
eat as you say
please, and Lauren really touched on how to use ends and stems, using what you have in your kitchen, shopping in your own pantry and freezer before you go out and buy new things, making a grocery list, something as simple as that, and sticking to the list, only buying what you need.
It's hard.
It's hard, yeah, but using that bread, if bread goes stale, make croutons, or try to freeze your leftovers and eat them later.
So smart. And you save money.
Yeah. You save money, you help the planet by not wasting food and sending it to the landfill.
Yes.
But also you can get involved with We Don't Waste. So
Tell
you
me
can go to
about
our website.
that. Yeah, I want to ask about the volunteering.
Yes.
Because so many people would be like, oh, I want to do this.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So there's lots of ways to volunteer. You can go to our website, wedon'twaste.org. You can volunteer with Lauren and I in our education program. You can volunteer with our mobile food market team. Those are no-cost farmers market events that we have twice a week.
That's so cute.
And we serve hundreds of individuals in the community, and we really need volunteers to help help with those. So lots of ways to get involved. There's also a whole education page to learn more tips and tricks about storing your food to extend shelf life and things like that.
Because I didn't really know pickling was that easy, to be honest. I thought it was like way harder. I just want to ask both of you what the impact is when you're giving the food away. This must be a brilliant idea. What do you guys felt when you give it away?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely really impactful. So many Coloradans are struggling with food insecurity. With grocery prices so high, it can be really hard to afford nutritious food for your family.
Yeah, it is the nutritious food that's expensive too.
Yeah, and so we do what we can to make sure people have food to eat, like this week, you know, and that can go a long way.
I bet it feels good too, no?
Yeah, yeah. And it's so silly a lot of the times, the reasons why this was going to get thrown away.
Totally.
So it feels good to be able to hand it out.
God, and if you have a family of like 4 or 5, do you know how much money you can save this way? Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And help someone in need.
Yes.
So good. All right, thank you so much. I think this is a brilliant idea. I really do. For more ideas on how you can use your 4th of July barbecue leftovers, go to, as I said, wedon'twaste.org. That's also where you can sign up for volunteer shifts or donate, and I volunteer in a lot of things. It just makes you feel good too. It helps, and it really helps your soul. Thank you both.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to eat the rest of this. Don't leave it, please. So celebrate 150 years and the faces of Colorado. Emily Griffith, always passionate about learning, overcame poverty to become a teacher and eventually Colorado's Deputy State Superintendent of Instruction. She realized her dream of opening a school for working adults in 1916 with the motto, "For all those who wish to learn." And that's really all of us, right? Learn more online at am250co150.org. I know, we are still in the middle of summer, but now's a really good time to start checking in with your kids. But they already probably have some anxiety about heading back into the classroom. I know I did when I was a kid. So here to help navigate that conversation is love and emotional healing coach, one of our favorites, Rebecca Silence. Hi.
Hello, Tori. This is such an important conversation.
It really is. I'm excited and I love having you here. I think you really teach a lot. So for a big event like the first day of school, man, I just got like chills. That was a big event.
Yeah.
How early can anxiety show up and what does it look like?
Yeah, it can show up anytime. That's the thing about anxiety, right? We don't see it coming. But in the summer, when there's a little more downtime and time alone with ourselves, kids can start to get scared about back to school as early as now.
Okay, yeah, because if there's a lull, you're gonna feel that.
Yeah, because we feel the anxiety because we're safe enough to heal it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
We think it's a sign something's wrong, but it's really a sign we're ready to heal, we're ready to move forward, and we're ready to grow.
I like that switch. What does it look like? Like, tell me what a kid with anxiety about school would look like.
Yeah, so often we don't realize as parents, at about 5th grade, kids don't care anymore about fitting in with us. They're hyper focused on fitting in with their peers.
I was.
So that's the #1 anxiety trigger.
Got it.
Is, are my friends gonna keep me in the friend group? Are they gonna reject me? Are they gonna abandon me?
Yeah.
Am I fitting in is so important. And the problem with that is we don't want our kids thinking about who do I need to be to fit in.
100%.
We want our kids knowing who they are
and
knowing how to stay true to themselves. That's the important teaching moment.
I got it. Which I'm still having trouble with.
Absolutely.
It doesn't go away that much.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the home environment.
Yes.
Parents, guardians, how can they create impact with like the home environment?
Yeah, well, because at home, it impacts everything. You're not as good of an actor or an actress as you think you are with your kids. If you have financial worries, your kids are picking up on it.
They know it.
If the marriage is in trouble, your kids are picking up on it. So what most couples do is they recreate how their childhood felt as adults, right?
Totally.
I've been doing this work since 2002 as a trained therapist and master coach, and I see it all the time. So your job as parents is to heal and be emotionally regulated so your kids can figure out who they are and how to navigate their emotions instead of being worried about triggering you.
It's not about you. It's about them.
No, I create healed parents so kids can figure out who they are, not be who they're expected to be.
That's amazing, because later in life, they'd had all this trauma before. Now it's like they're stable. I love that. Some parents can find it hard, right, and challenging to start that conversation? Because you're like, you don't want to put it on edge, you don't want to be too much. What would you suggest to start it?
Okay, so here's how I want you to start your conversation about back to school with your kids. I want you to ask them, how do you want the school year to feel? Okay, start with that.
Okay.
How do you want to feel at school?
Got it.
And then you really want to pay attention to your reactions. All right, just side note, because your kids don't want to upset you and they want to give you the right answer.
And they don't want to lie.
Right,
you know what I mean?
but we want your kids coming to you. So the second two questions are, all right, what is going to be your #1 challenge? And what is going to make you proud of yourself?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so how do you want to feel? What is your #1 challenge going to be at school? And how can we get ahead of it, right? And then really focusing on what would make you proud of yourself this school year. Start having those conversations because you want your kids to come to you.
Yeah, you want them to trust you. I also like how you're like, instead of what would be the biggest problem, the word challenge. Something to overcome, something to be proud of. It's, vocabulary matters when you're doing that.
Oh my gosh, right, and the energy of it matters.
Yes.
And if we're talking about anxiety, our kids don't know how to regulate their emotions and they don't know how to have self-worth.
Yeah.
And we want your kids going into school unshakably whole and confident and knowing who they are and knowing they can navigate their emotions. And we don't want them focused on fitting in at their own expense.
Which is what
we want them fitting in with themselves.
I really needed you, okay? I really could have, and I need you now, as always.
Here I am.
Here's the big one, okay? How can we prepare our kids emotionally for school? Like, we can do challenges and like what you're wearing and how to, but like emotions are different.
Absolutely. So I want you to follow me on Instagram at Rebecca Silence and DM me CPR because I will gift you a free masterclass, emotional CPR, to learn how to regulate your own emotions and to learn more about how to talk to your kids about regulating theirs. Heading back to school, we don't want our kids afraid of how they feel, what they want, or what they need. And so many of our kids are already believing
that's all they think about.
Right, and they don't know how to talk about it, right? I just took my 11-year-old to Spain with 20 other kids, and she's talking to the kids about here's what I want, here's what I need, here's how I feel, and the kids are like, wait a minute, this is okay to talk about? And absolutely, because otherwise you're withholding. You're holding it all in.
Yeah, and it's like tumbling around in your brain.
Yes, so we want them to know it's okay and very human of them to have feelings, to have wants, to have needs, and we want to go beyond just how do I fit in or how do I not get in trouble?
Sense of self, even at that age, is huge. And the way the parent teaches her is how to do it. You're incredible. I hope this really helped a lot of people, and you can start having that now. Continue the conversation. Connect with Rebecca, as she said, by following her on social media. Her handle is at Rebecca Silence, or you can find her online. It's called theunsilentwoman.com. While you're there, you got to check out her book. It's phenomenal. Coming Back to Life. You are a joy, and you are helpful to so many of our viewers. I mean it. Thank you. All right, I'm always up for brunch, like always, okay? Okay, I'm serious. And how many of you right now are like, me too, Tori? Thank you, Kelly. I'm telling you right now, there's this new spot you are gonna wanna check out. So it's called Paperboy, and Chef Patrick Jackson, is in the Coco kitchen today. Hi, Chef.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm very happy that this is here. Okay, so Paperboy started in a food trailer.
Yeah, that's
Is that
right.
true? And it just opened this brick and mortar in Denver. Congrats, first of all, mazel tov. Tell us more about this concept and how it evolved.
Yeah, so it's basically just trying to elevate brunch. We're taking classic takes on brunch food and just chefing it up.
Chefing it up.
Yeah.
And can I ask you about the name?
Yeah, so it's really just an ode to a simpler time when there was, Paperboy. I don't think they have those anymore.
No,
but,
like when they would toss it?
Yeah, so we're just trying to, go back to a time when it was simpler.
I love that.
Yeah.
But the food is not simple.
No, it's not.
Okay, this is very exciting. All right, Denver. Why choose Denver as your first expansion?
Denver's just cool.
Right?
We love it here.
I love it too.
Yeah. Everybody's so active. The food scene is so vibrant.
It really is.
The food is great here. So we just wanted to be a part of it.
Nice. And it has been up and coming. Like, you've seen Top Chef and stuff like that moving to Denver. Is that a hat with it? Can you pass me that?
Yeah, those are beanies.
I'm going to put one on.
Yeah.
All right. Now I look cool. Okay. Chef, how would you describe, because this is kind of a vibe, you know what I mean?
That is a vibe, yeah.
How would you describe the vibes of the dining experience? Because sometimes is it like formal?
No, we're casual. You could come once, twice, 5 times a week. It's super casual, but it's It's also elevated a little bit.
Yeah, right.
But you can wear sandals and shorts, and
that's very Denver.
It's all good.
That's
yeah.
very Denver.
Yeah.
Like flannels and things like
Sure.
that. So it's kind of casual but elevated food.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that vibe a lot. So it looks like you brought some of your signature dishes, which I'm going to eat when you leave. What do we have here? Go through this for me.
Yeah, so these are kind of our classics that stay on the menu. We've got a blueberry pancake.
Damn.
This is a roasted pork and sweet potato hash with a pecan mole.
If you're hungover, that's good.
Yeah, if you're hungover, any of these three are going to do great. This is a pickle brined chicken thigh that's fried with a biscuit, gravy, hot honey, and a sunny side up egg.
I mean, that's all you need.
Yeah,
You'll feel
it's
better.
really
You will feel better. All right, what is this? The fresh stuff. Tell me.
Yeah, so this is our ricotta toast, which we change seasonally, but it's
smart.
like whipped ricotta. It's kind of like it got a peanut butter and jelly thing going on right now.
You're killing me.
And then this is just for Denver, so it's a summer frittata with a chipotle crema and dill and couple other things.
Just for Denver.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, so this is special to here, and then we bake all our pastries in-house.
Oh,
so,
beautiful. What's that in the front?
So that's a lemon blueberry Pop-Tart, and then we have this like puff pastry pillow with cream cheese and guava.
You're killing
really,
me.
Really good.
Is this your seasonal summer menu, this?
Yes.
Okay, so these are always staples.
Correct, yeah,
Okay.
staples, and then we change our menu seasonally and just kind of do with what we're feeling.
Is this your idea? Did you come up with this?
I help.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually crowdsource from the entire restaurant on coming up with new dishes.
Really?
And then I work with people to just get it to the right place.
So anyone can recommend?
Yeah.
I think that's smart. Favorite menu on the menu list? I know this is hard.
Yep.
Favorite one for you?
I've got to go with the chicken biscuit.
I knew it.
It's so good. Yeah.
Damn, and it's pickled.
Yeah,
right?
so it's brined in like a bread and butter pickle liquid, and then we put it on buttermilk, and then we dredge it and fry it.
So it's good for you. You're saying it's healthy.
It's good for the soul.
It is good for the soul. Let's say obviously I'm going to be coming next week. How do we check you out? Is it crowded? Do we need reservations?
I suggest getting reservations, especially on the weekend.
Yeah, Sunday must be crazy.
Sunday's insane.
Yeah.
We have a farmer's market right down the street, so it gets pretty crazy. But if you go to our website, eatpaperboy.com, you can go to the location and then make a reservation.
Okay, and just so I know, you said it's 30 off camera. We talked about this. 32nd and Perry.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, you're right by the Highlands Farmers Market.
Oh yeah.
What a great area.
Yeah, it's great.
Unbelievable.
We love the neighborhood.
And cocktails?
Yeah, these are all craft cocktails. We've got a cucumber beet thing. We've got a paloma, and then this is like a turmeric ginger vodka drink.
Oh my God.
Talk about if you're hungover. Just
this
get
is
that
good.
and that, and
you're
good
done.
to go. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, check out the full menu or make a reservation, which he thinks is best for brunch online. It's called eatpaperboy.com. I'm gonna say that again, eatpaperboy.com. But wait, y'all. One lucky Coco viewer, could it be you, will win a gift card so they can go try Paperboy. You can enter now by sending an email to mycoco@9news.com. Just put Paperboy, obviously, in the subject line. The winner will be chosen at random and contacted later. I want to enter that. Good luck. And please, of course, drink responsibly. All right, there could be a new train on the track soon, and it also happens to be called Coco. So we invited Sal Pace, the general manager at the Front Range Passenger Rail District, to Studio B to learn more. You might want to listen up too, because there will be a future funding vote on this in November. Take a look. All right, Sal, for those who don't know, what is the Colorado Connector or the Coco train? Which, by the way, I like your name.
Well, we share it with some pretty cool people.
Yeah, we do.
So Coco is going to be Colorado's Front Range Express train, connecting communities from Fort Collins all the way down to Pueblo. So you'll be able to move quickly across the state and in comfort.
This is unbelievable. I love train travel, by the way. I think it's like so fantastic. What is your hope and your, I guess, goal for this train?
Well, the goal is to really connect communities in Colorado and provide an alternative way of transportation in a more affordable way.
Totally.
Yeah, especially with gas prices.
I was just going to say, like, the affordability issue is huge right now.
Yeah, you can take the Winter Park ski train right now from Denver up to Winter Park for $9.
Are you serious?
Heck yeah.
Okay, I should be doing that. And how did you guys come up with Coco? Because, again, we approve here at Coco. How'd you guys come up with it?
Well, I'd like to take full credit for it.
You should.
25,000 Coloradans voted for it.
No.
And maybe it was the name ID that you guys helped build up, but Colorado Connector beat out Fred Front Range Express destinations.
I like Fred. That's good.
Yeah, that's cute, but not as good as Cocoa.
No,
Come on.
it's very catchy.
Yeah.
And then I want cocoa on the cocoa, like have some cocoa on the cocoa. I know we have some viewers who are very into trains. Some people, if you're into trains, you're like really into trains. So for our fans, and I have to get this right, what kind of tracks and operators would this involve?
So we are.
Are you into trains?
You know, I'm not like a super train nerd.
Right.
You know, in the train world, they call them foamers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, I don't think it's derogatory if you're calling yourself a foamer,
right.
but I'm more of like an advocate for transportation alternatives.
Smart.
So we're doing a uniquely Colorado approach, which is really cool, and we're leasing the tracks from the freight industry, the private freight industry, Union Pacific and Burlington Northern Santa Fe, or BNSF. And so we actually signed our first term sheet with BNSF Railway to start our first 3 round trips from Denver up to Fort Collins, all the stops in between, Westminster, Boulder, et cetera. And that's going to be starting on December 1st of 2029, just a couple years away.
Unbelievable. So I could literally not drive to Boulder. I could take a train to Boulder.
Oh, yeah, or Fort Collins. I said December 1st.
December 1st.
January 1st.
Oh, January 1st,
yeah,
New Year's.
I know, took an extra 11 months here already.
Unbelievable. Okay. Would you have to build, so you don't have to build any new tracks for this, is that correct?
Well, in some places we will have to add some passing lanes. They're called sidings, or some double tracks.
Okay.
You know, that's to make sure that we can go the full passenger speed.
Yeah, sure.
Because the term sheet that we signed, we're going to have priority as passengers over the private freight industry.
Oh, nice.
But we did it differently than all the other states, and the freight industry is actually a partner here.
Nice.
And they're going to make more money.
Collaboration.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to make more money for meeting on-time performance standards.
Oh, I get it.
And this is the first in the country type of model that's been done with this partnership with public and private to deliver passenger rail.
Have you always been into, it seems like your real joy and passion comes from organizing smarter, as you said, transportation. How did you get into that?
Well, about 15 years ago, I was a county commissioner in Pueblo, Colorado, and Amtrak was talking about discontinuing the long-distance train that went through southeastern Colorado from Chicago to Los Angeles. And I decided I was going to help save that train, and I didn't realize what I was walking into. 15 years later, I'm like now the general manager of the Front Range Passenger Rail District. So.
Wow, that's a nice little shift over there. I like that. Talk to me a little bit about what's going to be on the ballot, because that's important.
Yeah, so we're looking at a ballot question. We haven't finally made the decision yet. We have till August to do that.
Okay.
And that would be to pass a measure to fund full build out of the service. That would be 10 round trips per day and 13 stations, including all the way down to Pueblo, Colorado Springs. We're going to have a special event stop at the new Broncos Stadium.
Yes, go Broncos.
So it's going to be it's going to be a more comfortable, more affordable way to travel and more convenient for seniors and people who don't, no one likes to drive an I-25.
Oh, the bane of my existence is I-25. I just want to say, I think it's really fabulous that you're thinking of ways to make everything more affordable and easier to get through our great state. I think that's so brilliant. Congrats on Coco. Congrats on your amazing job. And thank you for thinking of everyone who needs to get to other places in Colorado.
Well, thanks, Tori. Thanks for the interest.
Absolutely. To learn more about the Coco train, check out ColoradoConnector.com. When I say the 4th of July, Ed Sheeran probably doesn't come to mind, but he should. He's bringing his Loop tour to Empower Field this weekend. Hear all your faves like Thinking Out Loud and Shape of You. I should be up there. Seeing him live will probably give you the shivers. And guess what? I have 4 tickets to give away. Enter now by sending an email to mycoco@9news.com. You guys know the drill. Just put the word Loop in the subject line. Now the winner will be chosen at random and contacted later. We're gonna get so many emails. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for your company, Colorado. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. I wanna say thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time. Bye!